Distinct styles of dance have evolved in different regions of India, each with their own specific nuances. However, all these dance forms are governed by the basic rules and guidelines laid down in the Natya Shastra. The principal rule being that true transfer of knowledge can only come through a guru. This Guru Shishya Parampara forms the core of Indian classical art form. Presently, as per Sangeet Natak Akademi, there exists 8 classical dance forms in India, which include Bharatnatyam, Kuchipudi, Kathakali, Mohiniattam, Odissi, Manipuri, Kathak and Sattriya. Whereas the Ministry of Culture has recognized 9 classical dance forms, including Chauu dance. Bharatnatyam. Oldest among all classical dance forms, Bharatnatyam derives its name from Bharat Muni and Natyam, which means dance in Tamil. However, other scholars have ascribed the name Bharat, which denotes Bha for Bhav, Ra for Rag and Ta for Tal. The origins of this dance form can be traced back to Sadir, the solo dance performer of the temple dancers or Devdasis in Tamil Nadu. Hence, it was also referred as Dasiyattam. In the early 19th century, 4 dance teachers of Tanjavur defined the elements of a Bharatnatyam recital. They are Allarippu. It is an invocatory piece of performance which includes basic dance postures and is accompanied with rhythmic syllables. It is meant to seek the blessings of God. Jati Swaram. It is a nritya component and is devoid of expressions. It includes the different poses and movements. Shabdam. It is the dramatic element with expressed words which includes the abhinay in the song. It is generally in praise of the glory of God. Varnam. It is the nritya component. It is a combination of dance and emotions and is the most important part of the whole performance. It is synchronized with tal and rag to express the story. Padam. It refers to a mastery over the abhinay, that is expression of the spiritual message by the artist. Music becomes light, dance becomes emotional. Javali. These are short live lyrics performed as a faster tempo. Thilana. It is the concluding stage of the performance and comprises pure dance with exuberant movement and intricate rhythmic variations. Bharatnatyam is often referred to as the fire dance as it is the manifestation of fire in the human body. Most of the movements in Bharatnatyam resemble to that of a dancing flame. In this dance form, equal emphasis is given on both the Tandav and Lasya aspects of dance with major emphasis on mudras. One of the principal mudras is Katak Mukh Hast, in which 3 fingers are joined to symbolize Om. In the Bharatnatyam recital, the knees are mostly bent and the weight is equally distributed across both the feet. It is also characterized by the Ekacharya Lasyam style Katak Mudra Hast, in which one dancer plays many different roles. Kuchipudi, originally performed by a group of actors going from village to village, known as Kuselavas, Kuchipudi derives its name from the village of Kuselvapuri or Kushelpuram in Andhra. With the advent of Vaishnavism, the dance form became a monopoly of the male Brahmins and began to be performed at temples. Stories of Bhagavad Puran became a central theme of the recitals and the dancers came to be known as Bhagavatalus. The dance form gained prominence under the patronage of the Vijayanagar and Golconda rulers. However, it remained confined to villages and remained obscure till the advent of 20th century when Bala Saraswati and Ragini Devi revived this dance form. Some of the features of Kuchipudi dance are, it involves difficult foot movements and is generally a team performance. Most of the Kuchipudi recitals are based on stories of Bhagavad Puran but have a secular theme. There is a predominance of Shringar Ras. Each principal character introduces itself on the stage with a daru, which is a small composition of dance and song specifically choreographed for the revelation of each character. The dance involves all 3 components of classical dances, Nritya, Natya and Nritya. It is similar to Bharatnatyam but has its own features. The Kuchipudi dance style is a manifestation of the earthly elements into the human body. In a Kuchipudi recital, the dancer may combine the role of a singer into himself/herself as well. Hence, it becomes a dance drama performance. Apart from group performances, there are some popular solo elements in Kuchipudi as well. Some of them are Manduk Shabdam, tells the story of a frog. Tarangam, the dancer performs with her feet on the edges of a brass plate and balancing a pot of water on the head or a set of diyas. Jal Chitra Nrityam. In this item, the dancer draws pictures on the floor with his or her toes while dancing. A Kuchipudi recital is generally accompanied with Carnatic music, violin and mridangam being the principal instruments. The recital is in Telugu language. Famous proponents of this dance are Radha Reddy and Raja Reddy, Yamini Krishnamurti and Indrani Rahman. Kathakali. In the temples of Kerala, two forms of dance drama, Ramanattam and Krishnattam, evolved under the patronage of feudal lords narrating episodes from Ramayana and Mahabharata. These folk drama traditions later became the source of Kathakali, which derived its name from the words Katha, meaning story, and Kali, meaning drama. It is closely related to Mohiniattam, Sanskrit drama tradition, and other ancient martial arts performance also. It is a wonderful combination of music, dance, and drama. Kathakali is generally an all-male troupe performance. There is minimal use of props in the Kathakali recital. However, very elaborate facial makeup along with the headgear is used for different characters. Different colors have their own significance. Green indicates nobility, divinity, and virtue. Red patches beside the nose indicate royalty. Black color is used for indicative evil and wickedness. Yellow color is for saints and women. Completely red painted face indicates evil. White beard indicates beings with higher consciousness and divinity. It involves both dance and drama, and the two cannot be clearly separated. Most of the Kathakali recitals are a grand representation of the eternal conflict between good and evil. It draws its themes from the stories narrated in the epics and the Puranas. It is also called as the ballet of the East. The language used for Kathakali songs is Manipravalam, that is a mixture of Malayalam and Sanskrit. Music is important to rightfully convey the entire drama to the viewers. Different compositions of music are used during performance to give depth to the drama. Gestures are perhaps the crown jewel of the entire dance drama. Kathakali is remarkable in the representation of the rasas through movements of eye and eyebrows through which the story is conveyed. 9 important facial expressions called Navrasas are taught to convey the different emotions. Extensive hand gestures are also used. Therefore, this dance form calls for strenuous training. Kathakali is generally performed in open-air theatres covered with coarse mats or temple premises with lush green trees of Kerala providing a backdrop. A brass lamp is used for lighting. The arrival of dawn, accompanied with a continuous sound of drums, Chenda and Maddala marks the beginning and end of a Kathakali recital. Kathakali symbolizes the element of sky or ether. Famous proponents of Kathakali are Guru Kunchuguru, Gopinath, Kottal Sivaraman and Rita Ganguly. Mohiniattam, or the dance of the enchanters, Mohini meaning beautiful women and Attam means dance, is essentially a solo dance performance by women. Mohiniattam combines the grace and elegance of Bharatnatyam with the vigor of Kathakali. There is a marked absence of thumping of footsteps and the footwork is gentle. Mohiniattam generally narrates the story of the feminine dance of Vishnu. It has its own Nrit and Nritya aspects like that of the other classical dances. The Lasya aspect, that is beauty and grace of dance, is dominant in a Mohiniattam recital. Hence, it is mainly performed by female dancers. The dance is accompanied by music and songs. Costume is of special importance in Mohiniattam, with white and off-white being the principal colors and presence of gold-colored brocade designs. There is no elaborate facial makeup. The dancer wears a leather strap with bells, that is ghungroos, on her ankles. The element of air is symbolized through a Mohiniattam performance. Musical instruments used in Mohiniattam are cymbals, veena, drums and flute. And the famous proponents of Mohiniattam are Sunanda Nayyar, Kalamandalam, Shemavatti, Madhuri Amma and Jaiprabha Menon. Odissi. The caves of Udayagiri Khandgiri provide some of the earliest examples of Odissi dance. The dance form derives its names from the Odra Nritya mentioned in Natya Shastra. It was primarily practiced by the Meharis and patronized by the Jain king Kharvel. It is similar to Bharatnatyam in the use of mudras and postures to express emotions. The Tribhag posture, that is the three-bended form of the body, is innate to Odissi dance form. Also, the choke posture with hands spread out depicts masculinity. During the dance, the lower body remains largely static and there is movement of the torso. Hand gestures play an important role to convey expressions during Nritya part. Odissi dance form is unique in its representation of gracefulness, sensuality and beauty. The dancers create intricate geometrical shapes and patterns with the body, hence it is known as mobile sculpture. The elements of Odissi dance form include Mangalacharan, or the beginning where a flower is offered to Mother Earth. Batu Nritya, comprising of the dance, it has the Tribhang and the chalk postures. Pallavi, which includes the facial expressions and the representation of the song. Tharijam, consisting of pure dance before the conclusion. The concluding item is of two types. Moksh includes joyous movements signifying liberation. Trikhand Majura is another way of concluding in which the performer takes leave from the gods, the audience and the stage. Odissi dance is accompanied by Hindustani classical music and instruments generally used are manjira, pakhavas, sitar and flute. The dance form symbolizes the element of water. The lyrics of Geet Govind written by Jaydev is used along with compositions of some local poets. The famous proponents of this dance form are Guru Pankaj Charan Das, Guru Kelu Charan Mohapatra, Sonal Mansingh, Sharon Lowen and Anandini Dasi. Manipuri dance form finds its mythological origin to the celestial dance of Shiv and Parvati in the valleys of Manipur along with the local Gandharvas. The dance gained prominence with the advent of Vaishnavism in the 15th century. Krishna became the central theme of this dance form. It is performed generally by females. Manipuri dance is unique in its emphasis on devotion and not sensuality. The faces are covered with a thin veil and facial expression is of lesser importance. Hand gestures and gentle movement of the feet are important. While the dance incorporates both Tandav and Lasya, emphasis is laid on the latter. The females wear unique long skirts. The focus is mainly on slow and gracious movements of hand and knee positions. Nagbandha Mudra, in which the body is connected through curves in the shape of 8, is an important posture in Manipuri dance form. Ras Leela, that is Radha Krishna love story, is a recurring theme of the Manipuri dance recital. The drum pang is an intricate element of the recital. Flute, khartals, dhols, etc. also accompany music. Compositions of Jaydev and Chandidas are used extensively. Famous proponents of this dance are Jhaveri sisters, Naina, Suvarna, Ranjana and Darshana, Guru Vipin Singla and N. Madhabi Devi. Kathak. Tracing its origin from the Ras Leela of Brij Bhumi, Kathak is the traditional dance form of Uttar Pradesh. Kathak derived its name from the Kathika or the storytellers who recited verses from the epics with gestures and music. During the Mughal era, the dance form degenerated into lascivious style and branched off into court dance. It was also influenced by Persian costumes and styles of dancing. An important feature of Kathak is the development of different gharanas as it is based on Hindustani style of music. Lucknow reached its peak under the reign of Nawab Wazid Ali Shah. It puts more importance on expression and grace. Jaipur, initiated by Bhanuji, it emphasized fluency, speed and long rhythmic patterns. Raigad, it developed under the patronage of Raja Chandradhar Singh. It is unique in its emphasis on percussion music. Banaras, it developed under Janaki Prasad. It sees a greater use of floor and lays special emphasis on symmetry. Kathak dance form is characterized by the use of intricate footworks and parrots. The elements of a Kathak recital are Anand or the introductory item through which the dancer enters the stage, Thaat comprising soft and varied movements, Todas and Tukdas are small pieces of fast rhythm. Jugalbandi is the main attraction of Kathak recital, which shows a competitive play between the dancer and the tabla player. Padant is a special feature in which the dancer recites complicated bowls and demonstrates them. Tarana is similar to Tilana, which comprises of pure rhythmic movements before the end. Kramalya is the concluding piece comprising of intricate and fast footwork. Gat Bhav is dance without any music or chanting. This is used to outline different mythological episodes. Kathak is generally accompanied with Dhrupad music. Taranas, Tumris and ghazals were also introduced during the Mughal period. Famous proponents of Kathak are Birju Maharaj, Lachu Maharaj, Sitara Devi and Damayanti Joshi. Sattriya dance in modern form was introduced by the Vaishnav saint Shankaradev in the 15th century AD in Assam. The art form derives its name from the Vaishnav monasteries known as Sattaras, where it was primarily practiced. It finds mention in the ancient text Natya Shastra of sage Bharat Muni. It is inspired from Bhakti movement. The dance form was an amalgamation of various dance forms prevalent in Assam, mainly Ojpali and Devadasi. The focus of the Sattriya recitals is to own the devotional aspect of dance and narrates mythological stories of Vishnu. Sattriya dance also includes Nritya and Natya. The dance is generally performed in group by male monks known as Bhokots as part of their daily rituals or even on festivals. Drum, Manjira and flute form the major accompanying instruments of this dance form. The songs are composition of Shankardev known as Borgeets. There is great emphasis on rhythmic syllables and dance postures along with footwork. It combines both Lasya and Tandav element. The Sattriya dance tradition has strictly laid down rules in respect of hand gestures and footwork, and it plays a very important role. Costumes worn by male dancers are dhoti and pagri, while females wear traditional Assamese jewelry, ghuri and chadar made of path silk. Waist cloth is worn by both men and women. In the modern times, Sattriya dance has evolved into two separate streams, the Gayan, Bhayanar Nach and the Kharmanar Nach. Aankhiya Nat, a type of Sattriya, it involves play or musical drama. It was originally written in Assamese, Maithili, mixed language called Brajavali. Another similar form is Bhavna, which is based on stories of Lord Krishna. If you want to know about any other popular culture of India, please leave it in the comment box so that I can come back with it. If you have liked the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.